Hi everyone, so this is going to be Phoenix's 6-month update. 6 months, I can't believe it. Can't believe how big he's getting, how big he is. Such a big boy, and he is 6 months and 2 days. We went to the doctor yesterday and he got his 6-month shots, and I'm so proud of him because he did not cry. He let out like a whimper and did the little pouty lip, and that was it. I picked him up and he was fine. He got a little fever this morning. But I was giving him Tylenol or baby, the baby stuff. I don't think it's called Tylenol anymore. Oh. So I gave him some of that and it went down and he seems just fine. He's a little sleepy now, so decided I'll hold him during this video so that I can actually get it done. I started solids last month, and this month he tried apples, and at first he really didn't like them. So once I knew, I gave it to him for 3 days. He wasn't too happy with them, but once I knew he wasn't allergic, I mixed in bananas. Once he started bananas, I mixed in bananas, and he absolutely loved it. So now that's what I do. I kind of mix them in with another food, and he'll eat them. But just a few days ago, I gave him one in his mesh feeder and he absolutely loved it. So I guess it's changed. So at first he really didn't like them, and now he seems to be okay with them. He loved bananas right from the back. Bananas and pumpkin, I think, are his two favorites. He has discovered how to splash in the bathroom, so he splashes away every time we take a bath. He loves splashing. When he splashes, the reaction he gets from me, he just cracks up. So he loves that. He sleeps in, I'm just kind of going to go in the order that I wrote this down so that I don't forget anything, because I don't have a pen to kind of cross it out. So he sleeps for about 5 hours at a time at night. So depending what time I wake him, I'll put him to sleep. He just wakes up one time at night, which is great, and then he'll be up again like at 7:30, 8 o'clock, depending again on how the hours fall. He's not like on a time set schedule, but oh, bless you, baby. He's not on a time set schedule, but hour wise is how we do it. So depending on what time it falls, around 7:30 or 8, he'll drink another bottle. He'll be up for about an hour and a half, and then he'll take like another 2 to 3 hour nap. So those morning naps are great because that's when I get the little extra that I need. So he's fitting into size 6-month clothes. Some of his 3-month clothes still fit him, but I put them as undershirts. So he's still getting use out of them, which is good. Anything that's 3 to 6 still fits him pretty good. But his just plain 3-month, he still fits him pretty good under. I think he has a few more weeks in them before, they'll be too tight. But right now, they look fitted, so that's why I don't wear them. Put them on top, because I always put a shirt under. So if I put on a 3-month clothes, it's hard and I can't put anything under. So I use them as his underclothes. He weighs 18 pounds and 8 ounces, and he is 26 inches tall. The doctor said that's fine. I believe he's in his 50th percentile, so that's not too bad. And he's just going to be short, and he has a little bit of weight on him, but the doctor said not to worry, that he's fine. Soon enough he'll be crawling around and moving and burning those calories, so he's fine. The doctor also told me I can start him to eating 3 times a day. Right now he eats 2 times a day, once in the morning around 12, again depending on what time it falls. It's around 12, and then around 5 o'clock. So he's so tired. So now I'm gonna start trying to put a 3rd one in there, maybe in a couple weeks. He has officially started rolling over. It took him a while, but now he does it. He doesn't do it like consistent, like every single time, but he does do it more often whenever he just feels like it, and it still surprises him every time he does it. It's so cute. He'll roll over and then he's like, oh, and then he'll do it again, like, oh, I remember now, I can do this. Like, it's like he forgets what he can do, and then when he does it, he doesn't stop. He also tried sweet potatoes and peas this month, and he loves his peas. He likes his sweet potatoes. He doesn't have a problem with it, but he really enjoys his peas. He found his feet last month, but this month now he can put them in his mouth. So that's all he wants to do. He will grab his sock and put it in his mouth until he gets it off his foot, and then he'll stick his whole foot in his mouth. He mostly does it when I'm changing his diaper. That's what he loves to do, and makes it very difficult to change his diapers. So he's loving his foot. He scratches on everything. I don't know if you saw a few minutes ago, but he was going like this to my face, and he just like goes like this with his nails. So it's like we constantly look. There he goes. You see, nice, and he pulls my hair now. We have to cut his nails like religiously every other day. My husband cuts them. I don't. So my husband has to get him while he's sleeping, and if my husband forgets or is not home when he's sleeping, it's horrible because then I get scratched up all over. So like right now we need to cut them. And my husband's at the gym, so hopefully he's still napping when my husband gets here so we can cut them. Yeah, so he scratches on everything. In his crib he scratches like the thing, like it's just his new thing. Like I don't know, he likes the sound or what. He's also grabbing onto everything now. Like I have to always pick my hair up because he pulls on it and stuff. And I know he means well. He doesn't know what he's doing, but we try to just say instead of saying no, and show him what he can do, like, you know, nice, instead of scratching. So, you know, positive reinforcement doesn't hurt to start young. He holds his bottle, but not every time. He holds it when he wants to. He normally holds it a lot more with my husband. I don't know what it is, but my husband always kind of lets go and lets him keep trying, and you know, he does it. I guess after a while I kind of just hold it up for him, but he, you know, he knows how to do, and he tilts it back, but he does it when he wants to. So I don't know if he just hasn't fully grasped the concept, or he just knows that we'll hold it for him. He now does the cutest thing ever, and he puts his hands up like this when he wants to be carried, or like if I'm holding him and he wants my husband, he'll go lean towards him, or if you go come here, he'll lean towards you and put his hands up. He started doing it in his walker. As I was walking by, he put his hands up. I thought it was all coincidence, and then eventually he just does it every time. So now before I pick him up, I'm like, come on, and he puts his hands up. So it's super cute, and he wins everybody over with that because nobody's going to tell him. Nobody wants to tell him no. So he also fake coughs when he wants to get your attention. The other day, my husband, I don't know what my husband was doing, and he was like making baby noises, and my husband wasn't looking at him. He was doing something, and then he's like, and my husband looked at him, and he starts cracking up laughing. So now we've noticed that he does that when he wants to grab your attention. So now if I go, he'll look at me and smile because he knows that, you know, he does that just for attention. It's crazy to see how he knows different things, and he actually like knows that that's going to get our attention. He is sitting up all by himself now. I'm still a little nervous, and I still kind of stay really close by, but he like stays sitting up a lot longer than he was last month, but he still has his moments where sometimes he's like oops and just, you know, falls to the side. But he kind of like, how can I say it, like if he goes to fall to the side or the front, he ends up on his belly, or like he just kind of like goes with it and like knows, kind of not knows where to land, but kind of knows what's going on and doesn't freak out type thing. He's walking in his walker. He walks forward, back, he kind of turns, you know, he's not full on like running, but you know, he moves forward, or he'll turn himself to the side and go this way, you know, like, so I still don't think that at this age he fully gets the concept of like, I move my feet and I go forward. I think he gets excited and he's playing around and he's moving his feet and turning and this, and you know, and that's how he's moving around. I don't think is getting the whole concept that he's actually walking. Like if I move my feet like this, I will walk and get there. I put him down for a nap. He's in a swing, so if you hear that noise, that's what you hear. It's him in his swing. So he has been showing so many signs of teething this month. the other day he had like an episode where it was like an hour straight and nothing was consoling him. Everything would work for like 5 minutes and then he was back to crying and being uncomfortable, and it was clearly his teeth. And yesterday the doctor, I didn't even ask him, but we went to a new doctor, so he was kind of checking him out all over, and he like went to look at his teeth, and he opened his mouth and was like, oh, he's definitely teething. Has he shown any signs? And then I told him, yeah, and all that. So he said that he sees, you know, the white, and they should be coming out soon. So that's not fun, because I'd hate to see him in pain, but it hasn't been as bad as I think it could be. Like I said, that one day is where he had that kind of like miserable time. But other than that, he has, you know, he's usually consolable, and we give him teething tablets. He is still on half formula, half breast milk. My milk has its moments. 1 week it's like, you know, great, and I can feed him all day on breast milk. 1 week it's like really low, and I have to give him formula half the day and breast milk half the day. So that's like back and forth, but you know, he still has his intake of breast milk. So when on days that I don't have too much, I leave it for the nighttime, because it's just easier to have that ready at night than to mix formula. So most of the time, every night he gets breast milk religiously, and if there's enough, then he'll get it all day, and you know, we're back and forth on that. But I'm still pumping, you know, every few hours to try to get it out. I've definitely cut down my pumping. Might be the reason my supply isn't so much, but I'll pump from in the morning and at night, definitely in one time in the day, and then, you know, if it's a slow day and I see that I'm not getting enough, then I'll pump a 4th time, you know. So it really depends, but I'm just trying to go with the flow. I've made it to 6 months, which I'm very happy about, and he still has his little breast milk intake, so that makes me happy. He loves when you throw kisses at him. I'm constantly throwing kisses at him, and he smiles and laughs. And let's say he's getting fussy in his walker or in his chair, and I start throwing kisses at him, he gets happy and starts smiling and buys me some time. Like, he definitely doesn't, like, after a few minutes he's just like, okay, somebody pay attention to me, somebody talk to me. And as long as you're talking to him and interacting with him, he'll be fine for another while. Other than that, he's a little bit spoiled. That's definitely my fault. I carry him a lot. I'm interacting with him a lot. So after he eats, after he drinks a bottle for about an hour and a half, he's fine. I can put him anywhere on anything, and he just entertains himself, and he's happy. Then after that, he's kind of like, okay, somebody come play with me, interact with me, and he kind of needs a little bit of attention, which is fine, and I give him. For the most part, I rock him to sleep. Still not ready to let him cry or fuss through the night, so that's why we're still waking up once. But I'll rock him or anything until I removed the feeding, and that was a big thing. So he doesn't wake up to eat, he wakes up more for me to rock him, so we're working on that. During the day he'll nap. His naps are not that bad. Like right now, I put him in his swing, he'll be fine, or I'll pat his back for a little bit and lay him down, and he'll be fine. He's loving his mesh feeder, which is awesome, because it kind of just like is him eating himself, and it helps his teeth and gums. So I've been giving him his apples in there, because like I said, he takes them in there for some reason. So that's when I'll give him his apples, and I kind of make it either after his lunch, you know, like I'll give him a smaller portion and then give him a little bit of apples on the side in the mesh feeder, so he gets used to, you know, the action of chewing and stuff, and so he gets used to that. Or at night after that, or in between, just in between, like when he's getting fussy, I'll just give him something in his mesh feeder, and normally it's apples. I started brushing his gums this month. I was gonna say teeth, and he enjoys that. The first day he kind of made a couple faces like, what is this? But I've always been cleaning his gums with this little finger toothbrush thing, so he kind of knew what was going on with that. I always did that with water, but now I actually can use the actual toothpaste, the baby toothpaste that's recommended for his age. So that's interesting. I do that every night to keep his gums clean, so that when his teeth start growing, you know, it's all clean. I just feel like now when he eats, he smells like bananas or apples or sweet potatoes and peas, you know, the rest of the day. So I kind of try to rinse his mouth out as much as he lets me. He discovered balloons this month at a party and he loves them. His aunt got him a bag of balloons, so I'll blow one up and he plays with it, and you know, I have to be careful because he goes to scratch at it, but he loves them. Like, he starts laughing and stuff, so it's cute. When a new person holds him, it's the funniest thing. He'll just stare up at them for a while, really serious, not gonna cry or anything, just really serious for like a while, and then he'll start laughing and stuff. Yesterday the doctor was cracking up. He's like, oh my god, look how he's looking at me, like he's having a staring contest with me. He's not blinking, he's just staring at me, like analyzing, who are you? And then after a little while he'll just start laughing and just be normal. One time he had a little bit of stranger anxiety. I went to give him to somebody and he pouted his lip, and I was like, oh my god, like he's never done that. So I started laughing with him, and then he was fine. So for the most part, he's great with other people. He's fine. Like I said, he'll stare them down for a little bit and then he's fine. But that one time this month, he kind of like looked at them, pouted his lips at me, and I was just like, oh my god, no. But it was like for a second. So as for me, my menstrual cycle has come back, and it has come back with a vengeance. It's horrible. I hate having it, but I mean, I'm grateful that I went almost, what, 5 months without it, so I'm cool with that. I still haven't lost any more weight. I still have about 10 pounds to lose to get back to my pre-pregnancy weight, and then about 20 more pounds to get back to where, you know, I want to be. But I'm starting to watch what I eat, but not like crazy, not like watch like, oh my god, I'm on a diet, but just kind of like not make extra steps to like get cookies and chips and stuff, not to go further, you know. Just, you know, if I'm craving something, I'll get like if I want Oreo cookies, I'll get a small pack, not a big one, you know, things like that. I try to just be more conscious of it, but I'm still not at the point where it's like I'm really trying. But it's gonna get hot soon, and I think that's when I'm gonna have the motivation, because I'm gonna be able to go out and take walks with him and go run the track with him and stuff like that. So I think that's when I'll feel, when I can physically start working out and doing things like that, I think that's when I will be motivated to overall lose weight. And I know once I get motivated, I can do it, because I've done it before. So that's all I kind of really need, just to kind of jump in there and get that going. And I think that working out for me is kind of what keeps me at pace. So that's what I need to do. I think that's about it for his 6-month update, for our 6-month update. Aside from his personality, he is growing and getting bigger every day, hitting his milestones, and just making me so proud of him. If you check out my weekly updates of him, you see how he's changing every day and how he's up more and just interacting with us more. And we just absolutely love being home with him and enjoying him every second that we possibly can. And we had a half birthday celebration for him. Every month we have a celebration for him, but you know, his whole half birthday is such a big deal. Like 6 months, he's been in this world for 6 months, and I've been a mom for 6 months, and it's just amazing, and I never could have imagined how awesome this is. So that's our 6-month update. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys in our next video. Bye. My little boy fell asleep and didn't finish the video with me. Here's Phoenix at 6 months and 2 days.